Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're gonna see about setting of the handles, what to consider with all the advantages and disadvantages. And you see here I already prepared it, and let's start. So therefore we start a new project. We just click on File and start a new project. And here we go on division and divide that in two parts with a horizontal. And we are going now on the front tab, and here we're adding 3 drawers, and here 1 double door on top. All right, so first of all, to set up the handles, we have here the drop-down menu, where we can choose, does we want to have no handles. When we click on it, we see here the handles are disappearing. The default is that we have here vertical handles. So, and also the default is that the handles have the same color as the front of the material of the front, and we can choose here also different color. So you just need to pick one material and drag and drop it over it. You see it get the texture of our material set. So, but we are going back to the front tab. Now when you click here on a drop down menu, you can choose no handle, what we already had. You can choose knob. You see we just have a little knob. You can also choose vertical. I already showed you, and horizontal, then the handle gets horizontal, or here pocket as well. So for the pocket, you see you can here choose the diameter. It's changing, and here also the depth. One means is going through when you type in like something else like 10, then you see here it's like a groove. So I will go back to 10. You can change here also the diameter, and here the different depths of it. So, and here you can also set up your profiles. I will come to it later on. Now, first of all, we are finishing this, and here you can also change the parameters of the profiles, the width and the overlap. So, but we are going back to the vertical handles. So you see here we can also change the distance to the left or right side, which is here. When we change it like to 70, then you see it's going more in the middle of the front, and the same here also. Distance top bottom, There you can change this and it's already adjusted. So here you see also the drillings of the handle. Here you can also define the drillings for the handles. And when you activate the checkbox, then the drillings also get set in the panel. So here depth means it's going through, and here the distance, you can also change the distance or the size of the handles. Yeah, when we type in here 300, yeah, you see the size is getting bigger. And here you can also define dampers if you want. Now you just activate the checkbox and you say here the diameter, depth, distance, and distance to that. All right, yeah, that is how we set up our handles globally. You can also, when you want to have this as your default, you can save this as your default as well. Therefore, you delete here everything. So just click here on a smart click and delete it. So that is the whole smart click, the whole area. And when this is your default, you can click on File and save it as a standard and confirm it. And then it's your default. So I just drag it and drop it in again. So that is now our global setup for the handles. So let's say you want to change one handle, then you see every front has here a smart click for the front. And when we click on it and we are going here in a setting menu, you see here we can change the type of the fronts, if it's inlay or not. Here you can also change the handle type. When you see it's -1, it's just meaning it's the same as a global setup for our default cabinet, which we already changed now. So you can change this on here. So, and here I want to change the distance of the holes, and I set it back to 100, and we're gonna save it. So you see it's changed to 100 back. And one thing to consider is, therefore I will drag and drop here a new cabinet in it. So here on the left cabinet we used a double door. So here I will divide the horizontal and I will divide it with a vertical. And now we are going to front, and I don't use a double door, I do use a left. I just wanted one. 3 drawers and 1 front. So I close this, I delete this, and then we have here 1 left door and here 1 right door. The thing what you need to know is here we used one double door, and here we used for this area a left door and for this right door. When we click now on here and go now in the menu for the front setting, yeah, then we can change here the distance for the holes of the handles to 100. Yeah, then because it doesn't belong to the whole block, yeah, you see here we get a different size of the handle. Yeah, here on the right side it belongs to the block for the double door. Now when you type in here 300, both will rise to 300. Yeah, that is important to know. That is a big difference. All right. Yeah, now you have seen here the options of the handles here in the drop-down menu for the handles, and now we are going to the profiles, and therefore we have two options, and I show you the advantages and disadvantages of this setup. Therefore, first of all, we need to activate the smart clicks here for the edges, and to activate it we need to click here on the material tab, and then any dimension, and we just confirm it with enter, and here you see when we zoom in, then we see here the smart links for the edges. Yeah, when we click on here, you see you can choose now here the profile. Yeah, then the profile is here appearing. Yeah, you can choose it, choose the edge, click on it, and here we don't need to have the handle, so we click here on the front tab on the drop down menu for the handles, and we say we don't want to have handles, then they are disappearing. Now you see also the smart legs disappear, but we need to have them again, so we click here on the material tab and click here on any dimension, confirming it with enter, and then the smart legs are getting activated. So the same is for the drawer fronts. Yeah, that is one block. That means when we click here on the smart legs and we say we want to have here the handles or the profile, yeah, you see you will get them for all drawers, yeah, because it is one block. Yeah, you can also choose here this one, or also the shark nose. So you can here also define when you click on the smart link for the front, it doesn't matter which one in this case. Yeah, you can here also choose here overlap to front to top, like -10. Then you see here we get a gap. All right, yeah, that is one option to set handles, profiles, and I will set it back to 0. So yeah, you can do this really individually. So the thing is, it does has the same, the material has the same texture. So when you gonna change it, now we will change it. I just get here the profiles again and change the whole material set. Now I activate here all parts of the group. So the front is one group, and then we're gonna change this. So we have now another option for the handle profiles, and therefore I will drag and drop here a new cabinet in it. And we will divide it with a horizontal, and here is a vertical, and we have here a right door, and on the left side a left door. And here on the bottom area we have the drawers. So we choose here no handles. All are disappearing now. And now we are going to the material tab, and you see here we change the whole material. Yeah, but you see also when you click here on the drop down menu, you can also just change the material itself, all edges, or you can change any edge. So when we type in here handle, then we see here the handle J profiles. I already have here some material tabs, material sets of it. When we click on here, you can create them yourself. The material itself is just a dummy. And here, when we go to front edge, it needs to have the name handle in it. Yeah, and here you can define the thickness of the J profile and how to create this. It's also explained when you click here on the help tab and on free tutorial. So I will drag and drop it over here. So when we click here on starter, or not on starter webinars, when you click here on our tutorials and you go here in the software tab, 2.8 material, here it's explained. When you scroll a bit down, you see here it's explained creating and using a handle profile. Yeah, how to create this. So I just minimize it, and we're going back to the material tab of the handles, and I will double click this because you need to consider, you see here you can choose, shall we change the front, right, back or left. So yeah, when we have here like a top panel, it's easy. Yeah, the front is here on the front, the back is on the back, left and right. But when we have a front like this, I just double click on it, then it's getting twisted. You see here the front edge is actually here you see the hinges. Yeah, that is the left one. So the left edge is the bottom, and here the middle is the back edge. Yeah, so when we want to have a J-handle profile in the middle, we need to click here left, I mean back, yeah, because that is the front, that is the back, the top is the left and the bottom is the right. And then we drag and drop this on here, and we need to be careful that we deactivate here the checkbox. Yeah, so when we have done this, you see we get here the edge bending. Yeah, we just changed the edge bending, and because it has the name handle in it, it's J-handle profile. So yeah, for the other door, it would be here the front edge, and you see it like this. So here I will delete this, and we are going to change it here as well. Yeah, I will also double click it and to check it. So here the top is the left edge. So we choose here the left edge and just change here the left edge. You see I made a mistake. It's actually the right one. So now we can undo this. And choose here the right edge. And we just change, not the whole material set, we just change the right edge, which is here on the top. So, and you see here we can also change the color. Therefore, we are clicking here to complete material, and here I just drag and drop the Bavarian over this J handle, and you will see it's gonna be changed. Yeah, that is an advantage of this function, because here you can give them a different material set, but here what we see here, it's belonging to our material, this profile. All right. So last but not least, we are coming back to our front tab, and we want to have here the profiles, and we need to activate it here before, and then we just drag and drop here the profile over the bottom one or beneath the middle front, and then you see here it's appearing. So you see we can measure this, yeah, from here to here. That is 60 mil, yeah, and that is what we've set it up. And here we have an overlap of 15 each, and here when we measure it, just keep the control button pressed and we measure it this, then we have here the distance of 30. Yeah, here this material you can also change in here. Now when you want to have a white color 18 mil, you can also drag it and drop it over here like you want. So yeah, that is here also the C profile. And when we go back to the front edge and choose here also the profile again, and when we just drag it and drop it on top of the top drawer front, then we get automatically here also profile for the J handle. Yeah, so you see here we have the C profile and here the J profile, and I want to show you, you can also click here. I will change here the material so that we see it more clearly. So here we go. So when we go back to the front tab and choose here the drop down menu for the handles, you can here also change the width of the profile. Now we choose here 80 mil, and here let's choose 50s, and you see it automatically changing. It's getting up, and here it's got wider. And if you want, we can change, measure it. Before we had here 30 millimeter. Now we should have 50, 80 minus 2 times 50, 15. And when we measure from here to here, we have exactly 50 millimeter. Now that is how to set up your profiles. You are also able to delete it if you want. Yeah, therefore the profile has an extra smart click on here. When you click on here, you can also delete this. Yeah, and you can set it up again. Yeah, just activate here the profile, and we say here 60. And then just drag it and drop it over the smart click. So also when you want to delete here the J profile defined by an edge bending. Yeah, you need to go to the material tab and you choose here the white material and you just change the complete material set. Yeah, it contains the edge bending and it's getting overwritten and the handle will disappear on the left side like you see. Yeah, on the right side we still have it here. All right, yeah, that are the options how to set up your handles individually. I hope it could help you and I'm looking forward to see you next time. So take care and see you next time. Bye bye.